Welcome back, everybody, to Rimworld. I know what you're thinking. Did I not promise to finish off this hotel so that we could actually finally get it open for the first time in about a week? I did, but we had a pretty big breakthrough. So Forks actually managed to recruit that colonist that we captured a couple of episodes ago now. Now, the only reason I wanted to get her, and this is really dumb in hindsight, the only reason I wanted to get, where is she? There she is, Ulyana, was because she had almost 14 crafting there, and she's okay at research as well. In fact, if we go over to the work tab here, I've got her all set up and everything. I wanted to get that done before we dived in. She's got an incredibly good mix of, you can see here, passions, skills are available to her as well. We could build her up into a good constructor. We could build her up into a good grower, a good miner. She's got passions for just about bloody everything, and she's capable of research. She's actually our third best researcher in the colony right now, which is pretty essential when we've got so much shit to get through. Here's the dumb thing. I recruited her specifically because she has the high craft stat, and I thought, you know what? If we get her up to 14 crafting, we can craft the Resurrector serum and bring Trashy back. But turns out Beaver's already at 14 crafting. Must have got there yesterday. I didn't even realize, probably when we were crafting all the mutagen guns and all the Bionics as well. Of course, we did that yesterday too. So Beaver's beaten her there. So I didn't really need her, but, you know, it's kind of useful to have a good backup crafter on board. So if we go over to the mutagen bench now, and this is why I wanted to leave this in before I got the rest of the hotel finished, was that we can now make, as far as I remember, a it's 16. I thought it was 14. I'm sorry, I failed you. But that's okay, though, because we've got two people, both with a major passion in it. Wait, they've got a major passion in it, right? Oh, they both got a minor passionate. That's okay, because we've got two good crafters now that we can potentially get there with just a little bit more. Now, what I was thinking of doing, because I actually didn't realize that, Beaver had 14, and I didn't realize that it took 16 either, so I guess we're back to where we started. What I was going to say is, let's just order up Bionics for basically everyone. Now, I was thinking we turn Shia LaBeouf into the top tier Bionic boy. So there are different sets of Bionics. Obviously, Glittertech, which we're not playing with, adds those crazy OP Bionics. You can still get sort of equivalent ones, obviously, with the Arcotech Bionics. Those are better than any Bionics we can craft. There are also some unique ones as well that we might find. If we get any of the unique Bionics, which we can't build ourselves, we'll give those to Shia LaBeouf, and he can be our sort of cyborg killer machine, our Terminator. Then with Trashy, when we bring Trashy to life, we'll focus on the mutagenic side. We'll focus on the biological side for Trashy instead. And then we'll just see which one is more effective as we go along here. But I thought that could be kind of cool. Now, 14. Oh my god, how are we going to build up that much skill? We could put down, and honestly, it's kind of tempting to put down another set of prosthetic workbenches. Specifically, we specifically want a... Yeah, so the bottom one, this one here, is pointless, actually, the basic prosthetics workbench. Simply because it doesn't actually add anything to the chain. So we need to build, obviously, the simple prosthetics before we can upgrade them into the Bionics. So what we could do is get rid of that, put another one of these down, and then put another Bionic workbench down in the area, and then put a couple of shelves nearby with all the things that they'll need. I think we roughly have that. Yeah, we have components and steel, but we need plasteel as well for these guys. That way, we can get a nice efficient chain of maybe, say, Beaver building the simple Bionics, and then having Ulyana building the more advanced one. She's got the higher crafting skills, so it'll take her slightly less time. Something like that, and then try and get the whole base upgraded to a decent amount, or at least fulfill the task today of dealing with all of the sort of broken limbs, missing limbs. Unfortunately, it's going to be one more crop before we finish the carpets. We were so close, but I have just opened up for business anyway, so we can still get some visitors in there temporarily, you know, just... The rooms are basically finished, right? They don't need a bathroom, they need a couple more carpets here and there. People are willing to live in them, and they're more than willing to pay the 50 silver. 50 silver for this is very generous. So, it's going to be a little bit of a way to bring a little extra into the colony. Now, speaking of bringing a little extra in, we are now fully out of steel once again. So, obviously, we've got a few different ways we can do it now. We could use some of the silver that we've built up to buy some next time we get a bulk goods trader. Actually, let's see. Is there anyone in orbit? Prosthesis trader actually might sell some steel. You kind of hope they would. Let's send Forks as our best social. Let's go and send you over and see if they've got any raw resources. Otherwise, I mean, because we've been so busy recently managing prisoners and building up the prison and building up, obviously, the hotel, planting a whole new bunch of crops, taming animals, whatever else, there hasn't been time for any mining. So our resource input has just disappeared. Like, look at the amount of resources we've got left for a colony of this size. We need to focus on that pretty quickly. And, of course, using the Bionics as well is gonna use up a lot of those resources. Couple of things I've done then in the sort of downtime since yesterday and in the few couple of minutes that I've played since you last saw it. We've got the kitchen expansion almost working or almost finished there. The reason I want to expand this is because we have access to these large stoves now, but they take up a huge area. Now, a lot of the kitchen was built on, as you can see here, was built on bridge terrain. So we actually can't put it anywhere in this room. So what I'm going to have to do is I might move the butcher table down here and set that up as a separate butcher room. This zone, we've only got room for one of the stove, so I'm hoping along with the butcher table we could also install... These don't work through walls, do they? That's a shame. Okay, I mean, we could have it as one big room and then keep these other stoves reinstalled, and then as we slowly build it up and replace it. I mean, the other thing I'm doing here is also going for a freezer expansion so we can reclaim some of this area for the stoves. So I'm trying to get all of these blocks out of the way, just dump them over here instead. It's getting a little bit complex. Why have we dumped that out there? A random animal body just lying around outside. Okay, we need to fix that pretty quickly. Animal corpses... What? Oh, did I not? Oh, I didn't disable corpse on that one. My bad. Okay, there we go. We almost lost an animal corpse there, but we're good. Besides that, we finished the... Let's open up the messages tab. That would be a quick way for me to just cover over the past sort of in-game day or so that we have that we've managed here. Obviously, the prosthesis trader. That was the other big thing that happened. Research finished missile barrage. We did have a slight prison break. Again, nothing happened. We went in with the tasers, shot them down, hauled them back straight into the same room. And it seems to be this weird bug with this prison, whereby prison breaks make no difference. They get through this door, they open up this door, walk into this room, and that's it. They then don't do anything. Maybe it's because this room doesn't count as a prison. I have absolutely no idea. But they never get anywhere. You know, we just go down, we blast them with our tasers, they go back to bed, and that's the end of it. So I didn't even think it was worth living in, to be honest. But we finished the missile barrage. So what today, when the plan for today is get all of these defenses upgraded, we're still using the very basic base game Rimworld turrets, despite the fact that our raids at this stage are going to be massive. They're going to be gigantic. So we need to very quickly focus a lot of our resources. And if we do go to the mechanoids and get some more steel, we need to invest it straight away into some security. Oh my god, look, I haven't looked at this yet. What have we got? Oh, look at this. Double auto cannons. Oh, they're really cool. We've got rocket turrets as well. Very expensive. 400 steel per go. They use it. Oh, look at the range on the fucking thing. My god. 50 plasteel, 7 components, 6... Oh, you also need to load them with 6 mortar shells as well. I assume we also have the barrel maintenance on these too. And of course, we've got the double auto cannons there. We've got mortars, so we can actually fire off our... Build that out of amber. Nice, okay, so that'll help cut down our costs. Where we can, we'll try and build, you know, these turrets that probably aren't going to take any damage, especially in mortar. We'll build it out of less durable resources, even though, you know, it's more likely to get damaged. It won't matter that way. Right, so we've got also auto cannon turrets, which I assume are half the cost of the double ones, or roughly half the cost. Yeah, okay, fair enough. It's a case of whether you want to put all your eggs in one basket or spend slightly less resources on a slightly, I assume, safer turret. You know, if that gets damaged and destroyed, you waste a lot more resources. We'll take a look at these when it gets closer to the time when it's a bit more relevant. We'll look at them in a bit more detail. Right now, obviously, we haven't got the resources. They actually don't have any... Oh, that sucks. They do have advanced Bionics, though. Shit. All right. I've got to buy it. That's advanced Bionics spines as well. Bear in mind, we've only got the regular Bionics. Oh, man, I forgot to upgrade them. Shit. I forgot. So what we've actually got... Oh, my God. I don't know how I forgot this. So not only do you upgrade them from simple prosthetics to Bionics, then you have to upgrade them from Bionics to advanced Bionics. We haven't unlocked that yet by the looks of it. Shit. Okay. So what I've been installing into our people, the brief things that we have installed, you know, like Shia LaBeouf to get him back up on his feet, have just been the base level Bionics. Above that, there is yet another level. And then above that is the uniques I was talking about earlier. Man, that makes for some more complicated things. We need to get more steel. We need steel desperately. So we could either cut our losses on some of the buildings and say, let's just put a pause on some of this mass building we're going on. Put everyone in the quarry, maybe higher priority. Make sure everyone's got a pickaxe and just working all day in the quarry, toiling away. Or we could just send a couple of our people up to the mechanoids. Obviously, that works. Does mean we lose a lot of time going up there, and obviously the caravan management and shit, which I dread. Yeah, okay, yeah, I think it's probably worth it. I mean, we know what happens. We go up there, we dismantle units, we bring them back, right? So it's not going to hopefully take up too much time. Let's do it. Who do we want to send with us today? I'm not going to bother even putting armor on them or anything, because every time we've gone up there, I've always gone in with the best sort of equipment possible. It's never really been necessary. We'll send John, Shia LaBeouf. We'll also send Aiden as well, because obviously he's one of the quickest builders. We'll send those through. We need to make sure they are at least decently equipped. What's wrong with you? I was bitten by that man-hunted dinosaur, I remember. Again, the turrets took it out very quickly. That was guy in our freezer. Not really worth leaving in. Okay, let's get our people equipped with at least a gun. I'm not necessarily going to say let's send all their armor and everything, but we'll at least get them equipped with a weapon here. So we've got our... Let's go for a battle rifle for John. Aiden, tasers all well and good, but probably not going to help out too much here. We do have some good weapons right now. So we've got these charge weapons as well, which are obviously quite nice. Oh, the burst charge, man. I forgot how great that thing was. Why is it in the... It's just in the cupboard lying around. That's unreal. Okay, you get the battle rifle then, because battle rifles have proven themselves over the course of many series to be actually very good. Actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf is incredibly good with melee, but I will still give him a gun. Then he can always swap over if things get out of hand. Maybe a mutagen. We've got this buckshot launcher that we've never tried out that has like different settings, so I assume that's very similar to the incendiary launcher that maybe we had before. So what does that fire? Explosives, maybe? Let's go test it out, because I actually have no idea. Buckshot, you'd assume, would be like a shotgun pellet, right? Like a big spread of shotgun. But look, you see it's got multiple settings there. incendiary, buckshot, and frag. So I guess it is a grenade launcher instead. Let's give it a go. How do we change settings on it, more to the point? Oh, we have to actually target something. Alright, some poor animal. The first thing I find is going to get lit up. Oh, boomerlips, that'll do. That's a perfect test as far as I'm concerned. You may fire when ready. Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. Oh, no, it is. It is buckshot. Okay. Oh, but it's like incendiary. I guess would be like, what do they call them? Dragon breath rounds or something like that? How do I change that? If you have the appropriate tools, you can change the setting right, so we'd have to put it in a workbench. That seems like a pretty good gun. You know what, we'll roll with that. It's got a very good range to it to say that it is quite a rapid-fire burst shot weapon, essentially. Okay, that's good. Everyone's well-equipped. Let's send you three on your little adventure. Aiden is injured, but he's going to be well-tended, right? I'll probably heal before we even get there. 13, oh, wow, 13 out of 30. That was a bit dangerous. Okay, never mind. Right, onwards, team. Let's go and pack our stuff and get this steel. So I very much overpacked the caravan here. We've got 454 kilograms of weight. We can bring back a lot of stuff. Now, the reason I'm doing that is so that we can go to 7 different mechanoid intrusions and actually bring back the, whatever resource we can find. Now, let's take some packaged survival meals. Let's take some simple meals as well. 2.7, so what, we want to take, like, 20? Oh, slightly bad maths there. Like, 20... Oh, shit. Wait, what? Oh, right, there we go. Let's go for just 29. That's overkill as well. It's overkill, but we might as well pack for the worst case scenario. It's not like we haven't got the resource to make more meals. 0.4 days. That is more than sufficient. Thank you, boys. Let's head off. Oh, no, another thing I did that I forgot to mention was that I bought from a trader here. It's like an exotic goods trader or something like that. We bought the cleaner, some more cleaner base stations. The reason I'm thinking that is we'll have a cleaner dedicated to only the hospital, which is massively overkill. It's 99% of the time going to have nothing to do. But on the occasion that the hospital does get slightly dirty, it'll instantly get up and have that dirt cleaned. Similarly, we'll also add these in places where we need high hygiene. So we'll have a dedicated cleaner bot for the kitchen. We'll have a dedicated cleaner bot for, the prison also probably wouldn't be a bad thing. The only issue in the case of that is if we get prison riots or whatever, then the cleaner bots will get wiped out. I'm just going to dot them around the base, really. Again, have they fixed that bug? I kind of want to test it. At the end of the day, we'll lose, what, a cleaner bot or two? So we'll put one of these and dedicate them to here, and I'll build specific cleaning zones for... Actually, will that work? Yes, if we include them in the cleaning zone, but just limit where the actual cleaning bot itself can go, then it should be fine. Because, of course, using the cleaning zone mob where we have to dedicate what area we want rather than just being the home area. But to be honest, if we just pick the whole thing and then split the bots themselves up into sections, that should work. You can do that, can't you? I'm not... Yeah, you can. Okay, that should work fine. So we'll get one into there, and we'll also get... we'll just dot them around the base. We'll put one right up here. We'll put... so that one's already been restored. That one. Okay, we'll wait and see if they do consume those. Now, another thing I bought was another repair shelf, because these things have actually turned out to be insanely useful. I would love that to be one of the next research we actually crack out here, along with the Bionics, but I think this first, just because it has a consistent, useful effect. Let's cue that up, and then Shade and the new person as well. The new person who was good at crafting is also very good at researching too, which was kind of killing two birds with one stone. Let's go, what was it called, like spacer furniture, something like that? Modern furniture, and then after that we got spacer furniture, which I think includes the guest advanced bed. We've got interactive table. I assume that will give some sort of recreation. But yeah, no, this stuff is crazy good. So let's get that installed as well. That will make that will take our hotel from like, what is... I mean, it's already a 10 out of 10, let's be honest, at least when it has a finished carpet. That'll take it up to 11. It's going to be a real nice hotel. This is like Jade Hotel level furniture. Yeah, so unfortunately, the cleaning bot bug is still there. They will consume the entire stack to install them. It's not a big deal. We've already got way too many cleaning bots for the size of our base anyway. So let's do exactly what I said we would do and just sort of set specific areas for them now. So unfortunately, it's going to make our areas look a little bit janky. So we'll say... cleaning hospital, there we are. And then if we go over to, what robot is this one? This is cleaning bot 9. So let's restrict you to only that one. And this is just going to be a lot of micro while I can get things together. So you are just limited to only the hospital. Like I said, for 90% of the time, it's going to have absolute... Alright. Okay, doesn't matter. Forget I fucking said anything. What are you talking about? Oh, I didn't actually draw the hospital area, huh? Right, there we go, we're fine. I was about to lose my goddamn mind, there we go. So again, it's just going to wander around. It's not really going to have anything to do at all. But if there is any dirt in the hospital at all, it'll immediately spring to its feet and immediately get to work. And I think that's honestly the best thing to do with it. Similarly, whatever cleaning bot this one is, so if we activate it, shame you can't tell without activating it. Cleaning bot 10 will set to just the Amber Hotel so that the guests always have the highest hospitality level. What the fuck is that thing? Oh my god, it's a slurrypede. Okay, okay, so these are insanely good. So they're essentially walking, god, how am I going to describe this? Walking nutrient paste dispensers, but they make an even worse style of food. If we can recruit this thing, my god, that would be massive for the colony. What have we got then? So we got some steel beds lying around. I'm taking a look at the buildings first, just to see what we can deconstruct. That's why I brought Aiden along. Plasteel is quite nice. We've got vent there, which won't give us too much steel, but it will always give us something. What about these beds? Those are both steel, right? That's limestone, granite. Not worried about those ones too much. We've got another vent there. It will only be a small amount of resource, but it's better than nothing, right? We've got, like, fermenting barrels, a room, a mysterious room. I think that's roughly it. We've got... Oh, wow. Okay, that's pretty big. Thank you very much. Besides that, then, we will designate our regular buildings to be deconstructed. I can't see any enemies. I'm keeping a look around. We do know that mechanoid wildlife can spawn on here, then. That's pretty important. Right, deconstruct the rest, and then we'll attack the ship on our way out, and everybody should be good to go. Bulk goods trader right now might be exactly what we need. Let's see what they've got. Please, please, just one steel. All of our food is right away. All of that really old meat that we've had since all of the big Storicosaurus slaughter, that's all right away, which I'm not really surprised by, and I'm also not going to lose any sleep over, because, my god, that was adding... I mean, I need to check our colony wealth as well to see how much that's actually dealt to us here. 377. It's not a huge amount, but I'll take it for the time being. Components we don't really need. Advanced components we've apparently got 14 of, which is quite impressive, seeing as I don't think we've ever crafted any. Polymer end table, wooden billiards table. That's low tier right there. You should see our... If you've seen our jade billiards table. I don't really want anything else. We could sell them the chem fuel. Wait, sell them 5,000 chem fuel for 800? Oh, right, because they're only buying that much at a decent price. All right, fine. Why not? I mean, it's not like we haven't got enough to spare, and we might as well try and make some money out of this trade, huh? What else have we got that we can get rid of? I'm looking for things just to help clear out the stockpile again. To be honest, we're not doing too bad. Oh, we don't need a synthread tank top. You can definitely take that one. Feral hood, never going to use it. Get rid of it. Gas mask obviously has its uses. Same with the night vision goggles, the marksman gear, the riot gear, whatever else. That's fine. Honestly, I'm completely fine with that. I might buy some chocolate, if you don't mind, just to help with mood, you know? There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to wake very, very quickly. Sorry, Teresa, I know you're trying to sleep. Could you finish off that auto door? Yeah, the rest of our food's going to be fine. We've still got like 1,500 lentils. We've got a shitload of foods in storage as well. It's a little bit risky, I will admit, because obviously we only have quite a small farm's worth of food right now. But when this Devil Strand is done, we're going to replace all of that with some crops as well. Might even expand this wall up a little bit more. It seems a little bit odd, because of course we have to base it on the size of the skylight. So we'd have to do something like... oh no, it'd have to be 2 blocks above that, wouldn't we? So we'd have to do something along those lines. The top layer of blocks, that is. Actually, that would work out quite well, because I think that's also the maximum level from the cabinets. I feel like there's a lot of wasted space, particularly in this area, that I haven't got anything to do with. So if it's keeping our colonists alive with food, fine, I'll do that. So we've got 1,000 steel now. I don't really know what the best investment on it would be. So what I'm trying to do as well is I'm going to start... I think moving a little bit away from the deep storage. I think the best sort of compromise between that and your base game, yeeting shit on the floor and hoping for the best, is probably having half of it on the floor so it's easily accessible, and then half of it on shelves that you're not really going to use too frequently. I think it works very well for things like leather, things like components as well. Probably not too bad. High explosive, like this crap that we need at some stage, but we're not going to use for a while. But to be honest, keeping the tools up in cabinets is just a real pain in the ass, especially when using this many different, you know, like the offhand, the cabinets, the quick equip armor racks, different loadouts. It's just not convenient to not have them at one click accessible. So what I'm going to do is build a bunch of shelves over here and just put, you know, pickaxes, useful tools basically on the shelves, so that if people are downed, if people swap their gear for whatever reason, you know, when we recruit new people, we can quickly swap it out depending on what jobs they're doing. So right now we're still doing the freezer expansion, because unfortunately we've got all those big workbenches that still need doing, but now we can kind of focus a bit more on the Bionics side of things. So what research are we finishing off? Yeah, the spacer furniture, right, so they've actually done a pretty good job of that. Say that it was just one person working on it. Let's see, how do we get advanced Bionics? I'm just going to type in advanced Bionics, and funnily enough, there it fucking is. Okay, let's get that loaded up as well, and that should allow us to build the... with Vansidium to make them even better, and lots of new recipes on the workbench. So, yeah, so that's ideally what we want to get before we start installing all of this stuff. But, counterpoint, we can install this stuff first, and it would speed our people up. But obviously, if you want to remove it and upgrade it, it's going to put them out of action for a couple of days. I think we'll just stay how we are for the time being, rather than upsetting the apple cart too much, because I'm kind of happy with how things are going. Now, what we did want that steel for was obviously upgrades in terms of raids and things like that. Now, because we're playing on Phoebe, chances are we're only going to get a major raid every couple of episodes. But it will be a big challenge, and then we can spend the rest of the episode sort of tidying ourselves up, making sure that no one's dead, etc. Okay, so let's start with... What is that, by the way? The ammo crate. Proves firing rate in the surrounding soldiers. Oh, shit, we just need to pepper this area with those then, huh? That sounds incredible. Wait, with those plus the mutagen guns, would that work? Because that's the downside to the mutagen guns. They are very slow to fire, and obviously they have very slow projectiles. But with that, it might... What sort of stats are we looking at? It doesn't tell us. I guess we'll have to build one and sort of see, maybe just have to measure the effects by ourselves. Okay, so what we want to put down then is ergonomic chair. Improves comfort. Oh, very nice, okay. So let's try out some of these. We can afford a double autocannon, but we can only afford 2 of those with the amount of steel we've got, right? Yeah, shit, this is bad. I I do also want to build a rocket turret. We can build one rocket turret and then one autocannon, along with our regular stuff. The only downside is I don't want these other turrets blowing up and taking these things out because they are very, very valuable. So we'll put them, man, I don't want to use up the Devil Strand, though, for this. I'll probably reinstall this one over here, and then we'll build another big one there. That way, if these things do catch fire and do blow up, they aren't going to damage these other really expensive turrets. That's the last of the first kitchen thing done. Oh, no, they can't work on the last bit because there's a fucking guest in the way. Oh, and we're out of marble. Right, okay. Teresa. Let's get back to quarrying blocks for a second. What are you doing? Feeding a lavish meal to Grump. Just mine. I don't care about Grump for the time being. Let's just make sure you're mining us some blocks out so that we can get this finished. Otherwise, all of our food is going to go rotten again. Now, what I'm thinking is we'll reinstall these with Trashy and Pelvis. We are obviously going to resurrect them, but I'm thinking we'll just build a tomb. The tomb, as we've seen before, do give bonuses to recreation. So there's like a very small area here we're not really doing much with. I was thinking we could put down the plumbing for the... Actually, that might be a better plan. We can either put down the plumbing for the hotel here, or we can leech off of the sort of prison slash offices plumbing that we've got going on. How much water have we got in the tower? Oh, it's full. Okay, in that case, we'll just use the water from that. Over here, then, we'll build the tomb I was talking about, which will hopefully give a few bonuses. Now, I don't just want to build it out of regular old granite or marble like we've done with everything else. We've got jade already. We've got... Oh, uranium would be kind of cool as that. Oh, sky steel would be awesome for a tomb. We've got enough. Needs 200. How much have we got right now? Just for the sort of basic shape there. Where is our sky steel? This is going to take me a while to track down. We've only got 58. I realized I could just click on it over there. We've only got 58 for the timing. Okay, that's a bit of a shame. Probably because they did decide to use a bunch of Sky Steel for various tools. I need to remember to forbid that in the future. Sky Steel Tomb is exactly what I'm after. Now, we're sort of getting to the end of our major rebuild that we were sort of doing with this area, and obviously the hotel is almost finished as well. So they're going to be spending a lot more time in the quarry. I'm just going to queue this up, and then we'll let them build it eventually, and hopefully we'll have a real nice tomb for any of our fallen soldiers if we ever get up to that stage where... You know, we're kind of... Trashy I want to bring back. Missing Pelvis, maybe not so much. We should probably let them lie a bit more. But I know Trashy is a fan favorite, and I certainly do want to bring him back because he's one of our best researchers. We got everything we need for this. Oh, I think we got some high explosive shells, didn't we, from a raid? How can I find... Where are high explosive shells on this list? We actually got exactly what we needed. That's insane. That will be from... You might remember a few episodes ago, we had a siege that dropped off up here. I think it was robots or something like that. And then we sent John over to go and pick him off, and then they left those. Those shells are on so little health as well. My god, that's so perfect that we just hauled those in time. That's so good. Oh my god, we actually have way too many tools then. Okay, let's build a couple more shelves. No reason we can't ram this whole room full of them, huh? Oh, we still got another spare... I thought that was a person. We've got another spare bloody... dummy in here. Why are we not reinstalling that? Oh, is it because it's forbidden, perhaps? Right, there we go. We'll get that reinstalled as soon as possible. Aiden, what are you doing right now? Oh, you're actually working on the rockets. Yes. Go. This is basically what 2 episodes of research and resource collecting have been building up to. I'm looking forward to our next raid, because we're actually going to be somewhat prepared this time, not just using the shitty base game Rimworld turrets. We've got better weapons ourselves. We've obviously built our mutagen guns. We've got all of this sorted out, too. I think over the past 2 episodes, you know, focusing on defense is going to really pay off whenever we get hit by that next. Come on, Aiden. I don't know if those 2 hammers actually do help with his construction speed. I should probably check. Steel hammer. No. Actually, they don't stack. So you see he's only got 1 bonus from a hammer there. Hard hat, steel hammer, cloth cape. Yeah, wow. So the offhand hammer is making no difference whatsoever. So we should always just give him the best one. I mean, it's masterwork. I don't think it will affect the stats as well. 555% construction speed, though, is obviously pretty good. When we get some Bionics on him, he's definitely one of our top candidates for Bionic conversion. That will help out so much as well. Imagine all of these guys just getting their work done in half the time. Then research will literally be a limiting factor. But right now, we've kind of got a good balance where we can out-research building our stuff. And there it is. Look at that. Oh, it can only fire 6 rockets before we have to reload it. So what we'll probably want then is an armory extension. I'm thinking we'll do something like that. We'll open up a couple of doors as well. Get those auto doors, obviously, because this is going to be quite high priority. Fill it with rockets, ordnance. I'm thinking mortar shells. Maybe we could have a mortar. I don't know. That's a bit of a bad position to put on mortar. But just as a method for these guys. And then we could also, what I was also thinking, I'm not even sure if this is the best plan, actually just building this whole thing into almost like an entrance zone, like a barred off entrance area like that. That way we can roof over the whole thing, and if we do have to store rocket shells, or it will even protect us a very small amount against, it just protects a small amount against mortars as well, as I recall. Don't quote me on that one, though. Might just be like a combat extended thing or a weird mod that we've played. Ammo crates, though, we could put those in here, and hopefully, I mean, they probably wouldn't degrade anyway, right? I'm not sure. I might just be being way too overcautious, but we'll leave that for the timing. We've got plenty of other stuff to be building for the timing, like the rest of this fucking hotel, which is never going to end. Oh, we got some amber. We've got 300 amber left. Right, so what I'm thinking, have we got any more easily accessible amber? Yes, we do. So let's mine this stuff up. Let's finish off the... Obviously, we need amber bathrooms for the amber hotel. Then hopefully that'll be the last thing I ever have to say the words amber hotel in the same fucking sentence. So we just need the bathrooms and things like that built. We're not going to go crazy with this. And again, this is what we needed even more steel for. We'll just put... let's plan out a single small bathroom. So we've only really got room for a shower and a toilet. Oh, God, this is rammed. What a vile bathroom. Just shower and a toilet. And then I guess we'll put the basin on the outside. That's a bit weird. I mean, I've seen rooms with just a basin in the middle. That's fine. That's okay. Fine, we'll just put it there. That way they can also wash their hands on the way in, because that's what Rimworld people need to do, apparently. Then we'll just blueprint the whole thing, copy it over, and we'll try and get an approximate cost for this. So, blueprint, let's create a new one. Just go ahead and copy that. Blueprint 4 requires 70 amber per bathroom, essentially. It's actually not too bad. So we can't build the whole thing unless we do mine out some more, so I'm glad I queued that up. I built my bathrooms a little bit strange here. They actually don't match at all. Okay, fuck. Okay, I'll plan out for this side as well. Their stay was okay. Are you kidding me? You got to stay in the glorious Amber Hotel. They were okay. Oh, we enjoyed his stay, and it left us 1 herbal medicine. As long as they paid up, I don't really care. As long as they paid the bill, that's fine. So these rooms are obviously going to be a bit more luxury. We'll try and put some entertainment in here as well, because they were just not happy by their stay. Now, we can also dedicate Forks to actually working on entertainment for the people. Ideally, we want a dedicated social character, because Forks is good at a lot of shit. Predominantly, you know, plants and construction are way more important than just entertaining guests, as far as I'm concerned. I'd like a dedicated social character, so I believe eventually we can build androids with a social addition on them that can, you know, we could just have them sleep in here, recharge in here, entertain the guests, whatever else. I think that'd be worth it. How are our prisoners doing, by the way? It'd be kind of good. I should probably whip out their pelvises or something, huh? Harvest spine. That way they wouldn't be able to move, and we'd still be able to operate on them. And if we did want them to come back, we could just hit them with a... We could just hit them with a... Well, we could just give them a fresh spine, huh? That's okay. I might be tempted to do that, because the state they are right now, they could just go for another breakout whenever they felt like, really. They haven't for a while, ever since I've had cleaning bots actually coming into this area tidying up after them. They seem a little bit happier. Yeah, they actually are much happier. Slept in the cold. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Shit. Okay. Sorry, my friend. I completely... To be fair, though, this is the low-tier prison that no one really gives a shit about. Usual cold snap. Okay, Are we, how concerned are we about that, really? Because obviously we've had cold snaps before, but I don't know to what extent this is going to affect us. Obviously, we've done a ridiculous amount of building. These crops out here will all die, so we're going to lose a 73% grown on Devil Strand. That's a big loss. How quickly do you think we could turn this into a greenhouse? Because all we'd have to do, realistically, is... how much marble have we got? Oh, God, I can't believe I'm considering doing this. We've got sandstone. Oh, God, this is going to be really annoying. We could build steel walls. We could build uranium walls, to be fair. We've got a ridiculous amount of uranium. Okay, let's do it. Let's build a uranium greenhouse. Now, of course, the downside to that is we would have to put in sun lamps, I guess, as well. Now, sun lamps aren't really a big deal, because, of course, we've got a ridiculous amount of steel. Or we could wait and try and build some skylights, but the plants might die in the meantime. Okay, let me see if I can save this, because that's a lot of Devil Strand. Of course, there's our heel root, our cotton as well. I don't want to lose all of this. Uranium walls. So we've got more than enough to be able to make this work. So we haven't got enough sky to finish that anyway, so fuck it. We'll remove that for the time being. Okay, that should be the last of it now. John, where the hell did you go? Refueling the generator? Why is he set to refuel? In fact, we should turn a lot of people off of refuel, because right now we don't really have... Like, that was obviously very relevant when we had a lot of generators. Let's just have, like, Ian can deal with that. Who else have we got that's completely useless? I mean, Beaver's pretty good. Shade is only good at that one. You know what? Let's just have Ian do it. It's what, 2 generators now? So it's completely unnecessary to have more than one person working on that. Right, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. So we've got our walls and our basic structure basically almost finished. There's like 2 more blocks there. So Beaver is now, or at least should be, prioritizing building some glass panes. We could do with a heater in here also. Obviously, all the crops are going to die. How long have we got? What's the temperature? 1 degree. Okay, This is very dangerous. Our crops are still at full health, so we're okay for a while. Let's get, so let's build a copy. I'm also building a heater in here, as much as I hate to do it, otherwise these guys are all just going to die. And they're more useful to us alive. So let's build a couple of heaters just around this room. Actually, ideally, just building it all on there rather than sacrificing area for crops wouldn't be a bad plan. Okay, and then we do want to build a roof, but if we build too much of a roof this early on, all our crops are going to die. Shit. Okay, let me plan out the skylights then. This is going to be a real ball ache. Oh, we can't even plan them out without the roof. Right, okay. Sure, we'll put it down. We'll build lamps where unnecessary, probably to save the Devil Strand. The heel root and the cotton are kind of debatable whether or not it's even worth saving them at this point. What? Unsafe core temperature? What? Why? Blocked by... Oh my god, they roofed over the tower. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, are you kidding me? They roofed over it by a single block. You fuckers. Okay, that's unreal. And now we've shut down our nuclear tower, and apparently can't get over there to deconstruct the roof. How does that make any fucking sense? How does that make any fucking sense? Oh, for God's sake. Okay. Well, that's a problem, because now we've got no power yet. A massive power demand. Like, we've got a ridiculous amount of machines. We need to get that reactor online pretty fucking quickly. So is that now unroofed? Are we good now? Nope, we're still not good. Excuse me. Prioritize moving that area. Right, there we go. No longer blocked by roof, I assume. There we go. Fuck, I can't believe a single fucking roof block in somewhere completely irrelevant would shut down the whole base. Right, get this thing back online quickly. How fast are those batteries draining? Very fast. Extremely high speed. Get them online. Okay, let's just make sure. Just make sure. I think we're good. I don't know why that's not set to 100%. Crank it, boy. Oh, I remember, because it... Oh, yeah, but the rods have degraded a little bit, so we might be able to go for 100%. I think it made the turbine run slightly too fast. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Reactor at 100%. Okay, that was a little bit of a pain in the ass. My god, a single block almost destroyed everything there. With that, hopefully, that should save all of our crops. Obviously, we've got to work a little bit on actually getting the heaters built, and we've got enough resources to do it. That's the main thing. One thing I'm also doing is setting down a second electric smelter so that we can have multiple people... Oh my god, we're out of steel. Fuck! No, we're not out of steel, you liar. What are you on about? What does it mean? What does he say we're out of steel for? Need material steel? I was going to say I thought we had more than enough resources to put another one down, and we do. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that. We won't worry about it too much, but what I'll do before tomorrow then is I'll make sure that... now you're getting deja vu here. I'll make sure that the Jade Hotel, the Amber Hotel, is actually finally finished. We can get some colonists or visitors to the base. This will be finished as well, and that will provide all of our sort of... our utility crops is probably the best way to phrase it. We'll probably start phasing out cotton as well in favor of Devil Strand. I will also expand this. We've got a little bit more of a Devil Strand harvest to go there, and we'll get some more food going, and I'll probably move the wall up on this as well. My god, we're getting ever closer. And how close are we in terms of crafting skill to being able to resurrect Glorious Trashy? 14 out of 20. My god, we are taking over quite a lot of this map, though. I wouldn't have ever expected to have used up, I mean, it's probably about a third of the map, slightly less than a third of the map, probably like 2/5. I think that's probably about right. Thank you all for watching. We're going to leave that here for today. Man, these playthroughs always take me so long to record now, because it's like, even Speed 4 with this many mods is like, not really that fast at all. It's probably equivalent to your base game like Speed 2, Speed 3, so, man, thank you. Much appreciated. Let's give a shout out to... Devil Strand has died because of cold. Oh, good. Never mind. We'll worry about that tomorrow. Let's give a shout out to the insane top tier level patrons who made this series possible in the first place. A big thank you has to go out to Aiden W, Alchemia, Anthony Gaulier, Suni Kirito, Atmosis, Average Gamer 419, Bacon Kitten, Ben Hoffland, Croesus, Donald, Doolin of Gondolin, Facundo Vasquez, Ghost of Protocol, Gogula, Sarik, Jimbo, Jonah Waters, Joey Chastain, Justin Wallace, Kanan Carter, Keontae Boyd, Michael Mullen, My Name Isn't Dio, Muskratful, Napascus number 1, Necrophilim, Pelvis Presley, Rodin, Richard Clark, Scott, Skaz, Smegma Stain, Somnus, The Forsaken One, T-Beck Cruz, Tom Terry 18, Tyler Kendall, Beckus Backers, William Green, and Zazzy7011. Thank you for your support at the insane tier levels on Patreon. Thank you for making the channel possible in the first place. Of course, it is most appreciated. Thank you for making YouTube viable in 2019. The same goes out, of course, to Asaro, Uwu, Adam Person, Andrew Walsh, Andrew Wilson, Anchor, Attila, Austin Taylor, Baldoon, Ben Trope, Besmus Max, Better Valerian, Black Double H, Sidini, Chris, Corey CA, David Van Diepen, Don, Dunk217, Emerald Beam, Exploded Knees, Gaz, Genji Zerka, Grey, Haji Damar, Icarus, Ice of the Grey, Ida C, Jay Lara, Jacob Wolfie, James Barnes, James Shea, Jason Sushu, Jose, Joran DeVries, Jordan Campbell, Joseph Beard, Justin Plock, Justin Walters, Luana Thomas, Luke Wallace, Mastolp, Monty, Mostly Sampson, Nathan Flores, Nathaniel Limburg, Norstrus, Nick, Noah Gallimore, Pan Samu, Pantpearl, Payback 1 through 7, Peyton Denisar, Russian Oligarch Billionaire, Brian Hooper, Sagataire, Sam Kears, Shari, Smirtworm, Smooth Octopus, Socrates, Super Nanny 089, The Insane Pickle, The One Ring, Barrel Along Curry, Varagon, Voodoo Mumbo, Will Wade, Wilson SF, Wolfie, Yorkers, Zach, and Zico 2. Thank you for your support. See you guys all tomorrow for what will hopefully be some actual science for once. They do all sound the same. No, every Muse song is identical. No, it's not. It is. I can get you 2 songs right now and make them fucking... They're all the same. I won't be able to tell the difference because they are all the same. That's not true. It is 100% accurate. No, it's not. I know you're being a facetious... I'm not being a facetious shit. Every Muse... I could not tell the difference between 2 Muse songs. There's that one about the space. What exactly? Exactly. You've just proven my... Exactly. You've just proven my point. Exactly. You've proven my point. Hook, line, and sinker, boys. That's so good. Oh, fuck. We've this been recorded for like 4 minutes.
This is just us arguing about this for 4 minutes.